I'm done. Dope's done. Hey guys. All right. So here's how it went down. It was 2008, and I was actually up for my review. And I was actually sitting in the office across the desk from my boss and friend. And he was giving me my review and basically a rundown of my performance over the past year. And I was with this company for about 8 years. And as I sat there, what they do is they basically allow you to evaluate yourself, and then they evaluate you. And we were going over I think, 15 pages or so of this review. And I was sitting there and immediately flipped to the most important thing for me was the back section of this review. And the reason why is that in the back section of the review, they give you your overall scoring and then your either raise or no raise. Well, I had been with this company for about 8 years, and I go in and day out, and I give like over 100% every single day. And it got to the point where I was working myself like a dog for this company, and it seemed as if the wheels were spinning in the same place. I was getting nowhere. And I'm sure a lot of you have had this exact same feeling. You've had this exact same experience. And immediately when I went to the back page, he looked up at me. And never forget this. So he looked up at me, and then we basically looked at the overall points that I was given. And they were horrific. They were horrible. It was garbage. It was nonsense. It was not a true depiction of what I was doing every single day. And this is the frustration that I'm sure you are feeling, and I'm sure you probably felt before. But it was actually the moment of epiphany for me. Because at that point, when I looked at my raise, I don't even know if I have, do I even have it? I was going to show you. The raise was 12 cents. 12 cents. And I almost fell off my chair when I saw that, because I thought to myself, you've got to be freaking kidding me. So the reason why I'm even doing this video, it has nothing to do right now with this, with doing the food business that I have. I'm not going to go over a way to sell food in this video. I'm giving you this story because of the only point that I'm trying to make is that moment was the biggest motivator for me to do what I do now. Getting 12 cents for a year's worth of work. By the way, that's 12 cents extra an hour, and after taxes, I actually walked out with 8 cents. I literally calculated it, and I laughed. Me and my wife sat there, and I was about to, it was either hysterical. I thought it was a joke. But that 12 cents, sorry about that, that 12 cents was the moment that I said, I am done. I am done. Finished. So the point I'm trying to make is that the decisions that you make to pursue something, and if it's not happens to be a food business, maybe it's just a business in general or a whole nother direction of wherever you want to take your life, pay attention to these things that happen to you, these incidences, these things that you experience, because they are markers for you to get up and to change everything about what you do. And I give this to you in the utmost honesty. That 12 cents literally changed my entire life, because my mind was completely made up that what I was doing at that job, it was a job. It wasn't a passion of mine. It wasn't something that was fun to do. It didn't get me up early in the morning. It didn't keep me up late. It didn't give me an opportunity to be creative. It had nothing to do with that. It was a job. And with that mentality, I had that mentality for like 20 plus years until I realized that there was this aching, this itching for me to do something bigger and better. And it sure the heck wasn't what I was doing. So if you experience that type of moment, that type of interaction with a boss or your business or a job, pay attention to it, because it's so important, because it's there for a reason. Those things, that 12 cents was the biggest kick in my you-know-what that I needed to make this happen. So anyways, these are the moments that you seriously need to pay attention to and let them dictate what you do for the rest of your life. Because if you stick in the rut that you're in right now, you will never challenge yourself. You will never stretch yourself beyond what you do every day. And that rut will kill you. And when it does, When you're 40 or 50 years down the road, you're going to be like, man, that instance, that experience, I could have let that thing dictate what I did for the rest of my life. I could have let it inspire me to become something better. So out of those really crappy situations and those experiences that are not something you really want to remember, they're not the highlight of your life, let them dictate where you go and go into different places. Get to a higher level in your life. Push yourself. Because I did, and it sure paid off.